Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Halloween to all of you Americans. And good morning to you, European EU. We are getting live here with AM2 Round 12 at Silverstone. 18 corner circuit, 5.891 kilometers, and it's going to be a total of 26 laps around this wonderful Grand Prix circuit. And I have to say, I hope AM2 puts on a show like they did last week in Brazil for round 11. Just going to go over a few things here for AM2 as we got to go through the penalties here for the incident at Brazil. There was an incident between Raptors and Fitzdickwell, and after review, they deemed that there was no further action needed in the incident. There was an incident between Great Ape and Potty. As the stewards have found that Great Ape was at fault for this incident, and he received a 5 second, 1 penalty point for that incident. Also, he had a no footage penalty as well, which was 3 seconds and a penalty point. There was another incident between J. Will and Potty. After review, the stewards have found there was no further action needed for this incident. But J. Will did receive a 3 seconds and 1 penalty point for not providing any footage as well. There was an incident between Fitzdickwell and Deathstorm. After review, they deemed that Deathstorm will be rewarded with a dangerous driving reprimand, but no actual time penalty awarded to him. And the final penalty, or the final incident, was between Cheesehead and Orlando. Had something to do with AI, and Cheesehead was found at fault for being in AI mode, so that gives him a 5 second, 1 penalty point. And there was a no footage for Cheesehead. It's his second time he has provided no footage. He received a 5 seconds and 2 penalty points for that. Let's go into the standings after. So just a quick update on everything as well. The race down to the line was decided by 0.02 of a second as Cars Ben managed to hold off Jay Supreme on a very late charge coming out of the last corner as they were side by side, helicopter view right at the line, separation of 0.02 of a second. That allowed Fitzdickwell to jump up into a podium position after Cheesehead's penalty. So that gave him his first podium here in AM2. Cheesehead ended up falling all the way down to 8th place after his penalty. So that's very, very unfortunate for him. That's some big points right there that he lost. Looking at the standings, we got Cars Ben here in first place with 165 points. Cheesehead in second place with 127. Big Mama Frank in third with 87. Jay Supreme fourth with 86. Rounding out your top 5 is Harris Pletz with 83. Potty with 56 points. Texas Tornado in 7th with 54. Chewy in 8th with 51. Grim with 42 in 9th. And rounding out the top 10 in the points, tied with J Knowles, is Orlando at 40. Tinman is in 12th at 33. Deathstorm in 13th at 28. Raptors with 20, Captain Tito with 24 in 14th. Raptors in 15th with 17. Obama Chicken in 16th with 15. Fitzdickwell has moved up into 17th with 15 points as well. So he is tied right on the border with Obama Chicken for 16th in points. No Name is in 18th with 12, and Bajkowski is in 19th with 10. Some guys to keep an eye out for your reserve points. You got Hood Kool-Aid Man sitting with 44. Great Ape with 32. BK with 23. Garrison with 18. Sod Nyaz with 13. And JM with 1. So that is your points after last week at Brazil. Now looking at the constructors standings, you got Ferrari with 292 points, Mercedes with 170, Haas with 116, Alfa Romeo with 111, and Red Bull with 105 in 5th. McLaren in 6th with 91, AlphaTauri with 89, Alpine with 62, Aston Martin with 43, and Williams with 37. So those are your standings here, folks. I'm hoping for some wet weather here around Silverstone, but who knows, as this could be a very interesting race. I think it's going to be really interesting between all the drivers here on circuit. You got two DRS zones, which is between turns 5 and 6, and then you got another DRS zone between turns 14 and 15. So it looks like right now we got some overcast weather here at Silverstone. So let's see who is going to get themselves a pole position here. Any takers on who's getting pole for tonight at Silverstone? We got 14 drivers in the lobby. Hopefully some more will be joining midway through qualifying, as we had a little bit more than just 14 signed up. Oh boy. I'm hoping we're going to have a battle down to the line once again. And unfortunately, Carlos Ben is the only Ferrari here, so that might allow some other guys to close the gap for a P2 in the driver standings and P1 in the constructors, but they're still going to be pretty tough here. We got some guys coming on circuit. Looks like we have a Haas and a Alpine. So J-Will here in the Alpine is on circuit. He's getting ready to do his outlap. So as he's now coming around turn 4. So yeah, this is the first DRS zone between 5 and 6 as he's heading down down that straight. We'll follow along with him unless the Haas jumps in front of him, but I don't know if that will happen. A lot of corner names on this track. We're heading through Cops right now, which is where you saw Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen have an incident. I think it was back in 2021. Max Verstappen hit the wall at like 50-something G's. So yeah, we're heading down Hanger Straight now. So it looks like J-Will is getting ready to start his his hot lap here. Just one thing I've noticed right now is some of these guys still do not turn off their ERS when they're doing their out lap. You want to do that because that will save you some battery to start a flyer. He's coming around now the final corner of turn 18, making his way across the line. He's gonna head right into turn 1. You want to cut across this curve on the inside and stay nice and tight through 2 all the way to the turn 3. He's working his way, coming around Aintree, heading down Wellington Straight, heading towards Brooklands and Luckfield. He's in Brooklands now. He's got the Ferrari of Carlos Ben in his way. Not exactly sure how Sector 1 looked like, but he's heading across the old start-finish straight here at Silverstone, making his way into Cop's Corner. Does not downshift, just lifts off and then invalidates that lap. So that's not very good for him. His first lap out, he has invalidated. Jay Knowles is still on a flyer here, however, as he's making his way through Maggots and Beckett, now around Chapel Curve, heading down Hanger Straight. Gonna open up that DRS. That's a 102.9 in through Sector 2. Heading into Stowe Corner, gonna make his way down to Vale. Gonna get heavy on the brakes here, possibly shift all the way down to 3rd gear. Coming around Vale, now into Club. And he's going to set a lap at a 126.5. So that is going to be a lap for him. Just following along, we got Chewy. He's not on a lap here. What about the other Alpine? He's not on a lap as well. We got an AlphaTauri. Potty, who invalidated, has gone into pit lane. We have a Williams of Sod Naiad, who looks like he's coming into Vale, or down into Vale through Club, making his way around turn 18. He's going to cross the line with a 126.9, so he slides himself up into P2, 4/10 off the lead. So a Mercedes now coming across, and that is Harris Platts, puts himself in P3 with a 127 flat. Let's see who is coming next. Maybe Chewy here. No, it's not Chewy, but Chewy is getting ready to work his way down. Orlando puts himself less than a 10th off of J. Knowles for pole position. Just following along with Chewy, coming through Maggots and Beckett. Getting ready to hit Chapel Curve here on the exit for the main straight. Opens up the DRS, heading down Hanger Straight now. Working his way down to Stowe Corner. He's maxed out his RPMs all the way down to 5th gear. Back on the throttle, full throttle on the exit here. And into Vale. Shifts all the way down to 2nd gear. And he's coming around Club. Let's see where he puts himself for a marker that puts him P7. Ooh. Hiccups. Hiccups. Just following along with Grade 8, but he is not on a lap here. Let's see. So it looks like everybody has completed a lap. Let's follow along with Grade 8. The rest of the guys at the bottom here still need to complete a lap. So a little confusing trying to keep up with some of these guys. I think that might be Cars Ben heading towards Cops Corner. Not exactly sure if he's pushing it. It looks like he may be. Heading into Maggots and Beckett. Really just trying to keep that car tucked to the inside of the left, right. Back to a left down Hanger Straight. Opens up the DRS. Working his way up into Stowe, which is now going to bring him down in Vale. And he goes flying into pit lane. So, nothing there from him. But you got Wellington, down the Wellington Straight, it's Grade 8, opens up the DRS, heading into Brooklands, which then leaps into that long right-hander for Luffield. Which now he's going to be heading down the old start-finish line here at Silverstone, making his way towards Cops Corner. Hope you all are having a great night here and ready to watch along with some Contest of Speed AM2. And as we got Grade 8, let's see what he sets for his time here. Opens up the DRS, and he's a 102.5 through 2 sectors. If it is correct, he might have pole position here, but we will see as he's working his way through Stowe Corner now. On the entrance, full throttle, well before the exit of the corner. He's going to go all the way down 3rd gear for Vale. And around Club he comes. He's going to crawl, and he gets a little loose and goes through the infield grass here on the exit of Club. And I'm wondering, is he beached? Is he beached? Oh no, it looks like he might be beached here. I don't know if he can... he got himself out. Okay. He's able to get himself out. Now he's going... FRL Parks. Okay. I will go ahead and invite you. Are you on? Okay. I'm assuming, there you are. I sent you an invite, kind sir. So that was unfortunate for Grade 8, was not able to complete anything. Following along with J Supreme here as we're heading through Luffield now, which is the right-hander just before the old start-finish straight here in Silverstone. Yeah, Great Ape, I saw you get beached there. You even got it on stream. But Potty sets the pole position with a 126 flat. So that's a half second faster than J Knowles in P2. You got the Haas of J Supreme. Just came around Cop's corner. Kept it within the track limits. Working his way through Maggots and Beckett. But wonder if he's burning fuel here or what's going on. He doesn't have his ERS open. So this isn't going to be a great lap for him. Let's see, Harris Pletz may not be on a lap. He's at 25% there. Deathstorm on a lap. Deathstorm is on a lap, I think, as he's working his way through Maggots and Beckett's into Chapel Curb. Comes around, opens up the DRS flap. No, he does not. So I'm curious to why he doesn't have it open. So it looks like he might be getting ready to do another lap. Not exactly sure. Car's Ben here. A 129.2 for his first lap. That is not like him here at Contest of Speed AM2. He always very competitive in this division. Following along with the Harris Plus now as he's heading down the hangar straight, but it looks like he's going to run out of fuel, so probably all done with his lap. J-Will, he's invalidated his. Chewy, not exactly sure what's going on with him either. I think some of these guys like to do a double outlap, so we'll just get back with J Supreme. He's coming through Maggots and Beckett's. He's using a lot of that curb. Now he's going to come around Chapel Curve, make his way down Hangar Straight, up into Stowe Corner, which is a really fast right-hander. You usually have to double downshift 2 gears, maybe 3 if needed, but now he's going to work his way into Vale. Does not use any of the inside curb. But coming around Club now, he's able to get back on the power, keep it under control, crosses the line, and puts himself P9 with a 127.1. Big Mama Frank, he's working his way right now around the loop. He's going to put him through Aintree, heading down Wellington Straight towards Brooklands. So he's going to make his way around Brooklands into Luffield. Let's see if he's going to be up on his time at all here. And now working his way down the old start-finish straight here. Making his way towards Cop's Corner. Is he going to do a quick downshift, or is he... No, he's just going to hold it flat out through Cop. So he might have a little bit more downforce than some of these guys here. He's at a 126.7, so he's 7/10 off. But now looking at it too, Orlando is 0.02 of a second off of Potty here for pole. So that's going to be an interesting battle. Into Stowe Corner we go with Big Mama Frank. See if he's going to get any improvement here as he's working into Vale. Coming around Club. Is he going to get the power down? He does get the power down. And he comes across in P3, less than 0.2 off of P2 and less than 0.2 off of Potty as well. 0.190 between Potty and Big Mama Frank. So that's some good lap times as we're starting to see here. Cars Ben no longer on a lap. Texas Tornadoes working into Vale. Is he going to have any improvement on his lap time here? Coming around Club. Just gets loose a little bit. Comes across the line up to P6 with a 126.5. So that was a decent lap by Texas Tornado. We got Great Ape, maybe, yeah. Great Ape looks like he is on a lap. See if he gets any improvement. His last lap is horrendous. It's like not even a wet tire lap. That's like, I don't know, something blew up. But he's coming down through Cops and making his way into Maggots and Beckett. And here he goes, getting ready to take the left-hander through Chapel Curve. Opens up the DRS. minutes? No, he is actually almost a full second off his time. So no big improvements there. First time I've ever seen this FRLS Parks 19 driver making his way down Wellington Straight into Brooklands. Keeps it nice and tight on the inside curb, coming around Luffield. Gonna work his way down the old Woodcote and making his way towards Cops Corner. He's got a Red Bull on the inside here. Hopefully no interference. No, there was not. And he almost invalidated there. Kept it within the track limits. But he is coming through Magus and Beckett now. Is he going to keep this within track limits as well? Uses a lot of that at the curb. 105.1, so not looking very good for Parks here on this lap as he's working his way up to Still Corner. Still got to find some more time here if he wants to put himself within this top 10. Think he might be falling out of it. He's in club now, coming around the final corner, getting ready to cross the line with a 129.3. So not a very good lap for Parks. Harris Pletz has completed the lap, moved up to P4. Yeah, Parks must not be happy, but I'm going to be honest, Parks, you can't retire on the circuit. You have to retire in pit lane, so please just keep that in mind. There is no ghosting on here. So, yeah, you cannot retire on the circuit. You have to retire in pit lane. Following along with Jay Knowles as he's heading down Wellington Straight into Brooklands. The left-hander, kind of a fast left-hander going now through Luffield. He's going to make his way toward Woodcote. And he goes around in the middle of the circuit. Is he going to interfere? No, he is not. He was able to pull off into the grass before the Red Bull of Deathstorm went through. Is Deathstorm on a lap? I'm not exactly sure. He's coming through Cops now and doesn't have that ERS open, so he's just going to back off here, heading towards Magus and Beckett. Great Ape is on an out lap here. We're going to follow along with Potty as this is going to be a battle for pole position between him and Orlando. Is Potty going to find any improvement here as he's making his way through Woodcote, heading towards Cops Corner? He's got a Haas in front of him. He's also got a Mercedes who's also slowed down. Is this Mercedes going to interfere as we're driving through Magus and Beckett? And you got a McLaren that pulls out of the way. And now the McLaren pulls out of the way again of Jay Knowles. So a lot of traffic coming here. And Potty does not seem to be happy. He seems to have had his lap interfered. So he's not too happy as Orlando here. Oh, but Orlando has invalidated. So that's not very good for him. See how many more guys here. I think Harris Plus is just waiting for traffic to kind of create a gap here, but we got a Williams Assad Niaz heading down Hanger Straight. He doesn't seem too happy either with his lap time. I think it's Texas Tornado here coming around Chapel Curve. He's getting ready to start his flyer, his last flyer. He's got to get to the line quick. He's only got 10 seconds here. Really got to fly around these last few corners if he even wants to contend for getting another lap. Potty retired in pit lane, and there goes Texas Tornado in pit lane. So we got a race down the line. Here comes Orlando, who invalidated. J-Will's all done. Big Mama Frank, is he going to have anything for pole position? He's 1,000ths off of his time right now. So it's not looking bad, but it's also not looking good. Sorry about that, folks. Heading through Woodcote now down the old start-finish straight here at Silverstone. Gonna make his way through Cops Corner. On his way down to Magus and Beckett's, which is the left, right, left, really fast S section here at Great Apes at the pole position. Down the only driver in the 125 now. He's at a 125.979. That's a fantastic lap by Great Ape. He did get beached earlier in the qualifying session. Big Mama Frank rounding through Stowe. I'm not exactly sure if he found any time here coming into Vale. Now he's about around come around club. Is he going to get any improvement here? And he does seem to find a little bit of improvement, but did not get pole position, doesn't gain any positions on circuit. Saad Niaz is the only one remaining, comes around club, and he just slows down. So he was not happy. So here we go, folks. We have Great Ape on pole, Potty in P2, Orlando P3, J Will P4, Big Mama Frank P5. Oh man, yeah, I'm really sorry, folks, if I keep yawning already. I worked today, so pretty tired. Yeah, so not really much going on here, but you got your pole sitter, Great Ape, by less than 1/10 of a second. And Cars Ben didn't seem to have a good qualifying run at all here at Silverstone. One thing I have noticed about Cars, though, is he is really, really good on the pace. So again, Great Ape, Potty, Orlando, J Will, Big Mama Frank, Sod, 3/10 all the way down to P7 are Cars Ben, Harris Platts, J Knowles, Texas Tornado, Fit Dickwell, Chewy, J Supreme, Deathstorm, and Park. Is Fitz gonna round out another podium position to back up his first ever podium in Contest of Speed last week at Brazil? 0.6 of a second separating pole to 11th. It's going to be really fun to watch. Hopefully we get some great battling, some clean racing, very limited safety cars. So I'm looking forward to this. Let me know, chat, in the comments who you are predicting to get your 3 podium positions here. And if you want to even make it more interesting, tell me who you think will get Driver of the Day. So the sun is out here in Silverstone. Potentially a dry race. Maybe some rain towards the end. I'm not exactly sure. But I am definitely looking for something here. I want to see these guys battle it out. Want some duking and dodging and crumpled cars. I'm just kidding. Avoid the crumpled cars. Deathstorm. Hopefully you can resurrect your career here in the Red Bull at Silverstone. That's the only advice I can give you. And you come in here each and every week and you're proud when you get that top 10. So let's resurrect your career and put yourself on this podium here at Silverstone. I'd love to see it. So we are getting ready to do a formation lap here. I am going to pull up the tires here so everybody can see. Got some medium, hard, medium. And then 6 cars behind them on the hards. The medium, double hards, medium, triple hards to round out the field. But I am looking forward to seeing who is going to go one stop with a hard soft strap. Who is going to go a one stop medium soft strap? Or is everybody going to go hard mediums and then medium hard? Depending on the race, I can promise you can do any 4 of those strategies here at Silverstone, and it can put you in great track position. So I'm very interested to see how this is going to go. Following along with Great Ape is leading this out lap. It looks like the Mercedes back here is kind of backed up the field. Big Mama Frank. You know, we got any Kimi Räikkönen going on back here. We got one Kimi Räikkönen of Texas Tornado. Just driving in a straight line. Doesn't need a weave. Doesn't need to warm up those tires. He calls it good when he starts cold. We're also seeing a two-stop strat come into play, maybe medium hard, but I don't think that will happen. I don't think it's needed, especially here at Silverstone. All three drivers in the front are Kimi Räikkönen. Then we got the Williams. Never mind, he decides to ruin that mood for me. Carlos Ben's gonna ruin it as well. Wow, so okay, so that's very interesting. Some very interesting tire strats. I don't know if you guys saw all that, but giving us multitudes of tires that we can go with for strats. Soft hard, soft mediums, soft medium. So I'm not exactly sure, but nobody's on the softs, so that's not gonna happen at all. And we will start on board with Orlando here as we're getting ready for the remainder of the field to line up on the grid. And we are about to go. Green flag. I am getting some weird glitches on my screen. 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4, 5, and away we go. Fast lights here at Silverstone. You got Potty with a great jump on the inside. Going into turn 1, side by side with Great Ape. Eddie contact, potentially 3 wide, gonna make it by Orlando, but he decides to back out of it, get back out of this camera view, as we're gonna follow along here. Potty and Great Ape still side by side through turn 5, but now they backed, or 4, now they backed out. Heading down the Wellington Straight, no big changes here. We're gonna go down on board with Carlos Ben as he is fighting off Harris Platz, and somebody goes off in the grass. That's Orlando. Oh no! Oh no, a lot of chaos has been ensued. We got a first virtual safety car. Oh man, the McLarens just took each other out. That's very unfortunate by the McLarens here. And Carlos Ben falls through the field with Harris Platz. So the only thing I can say is happy Halloween, folks. Lap 1 has not even started and Michael Myers has decided to show up. And it looks like we've gone to a full safety car as it has exited pit lane onto the circuit. So this is wow. That was crazy. And all happened through Brooklyn's in left field. Orlando just seems to get loose, go off the track. I'm not exactly sure if he was trying to correct it. And comes back across the track into his own teammate. So this is going to be very wow, I'm honestly shocked. We got Carlos Ben has gone into pit lane. So he's going to put on some new tires. Not exactly sure what he went to exactly. He is going to a set of mediums. So he's got a lot of ground to make up. No wing damage, so didn't need a wing change. Just wanted to go out there and come back out. Well, folks, that was a wonderful opening lap here at Silverstone. We are already under safety car, and it's not even raining. Boy, his safety car will not be in this time as we're still waiting on Carlos Ben to catch up to the back of the field. Ignore the interval times as Deathstorm is not a lap ahead and he's not a lap behind. So thank you very much, Codemasters, for still not fixing your game. We all love you. I hope someday you lose your rights to create in this game. Or I hope the new engine is going to be better. But 6 people watching, thank you for tuning in here at Contest of Speed. AM2 round 12 at Silverstone. Under safety car for the first lap. So Carsman has caught up to the back of the field. What is going on here? It just looked like everybody kind of stopped heading through turn 1. Not a whole lot. Keep an eye on FRL Parks, already up 5 positions as he started in the back of the grid in P15. Went out, did a lap, made sure his car felt good, and then decided to put the car away. Didn't want to, ruin some engine components and stuff like that. But, making our way around the left field probably for one last time before we get back on the green flag here at Silverstone. At 18 corner, 5.891 kilometers. As we're heading towards Cops Corner. Going along with Saad Nayaz, already up to P3. Let's see some big position change here. Up 3 for Big Mama Frank, up 3 for Saad. Down, or up 5 for Tornado Fitz, and up 6 for J Supreme. Up 5 for Parks, and then down 6 for Cars Ben. Orlando started P3, has DNF, and Chewy has also DNF as there was a McLaren incident that happened, which also caused Cars Ben and Harris Pletz to collide to get into some contact there as well. Safety car is in this lap as Great Ape is pacing the field back to green as we're heading down Hanger Straight. And wow, J Knowles gets a 5-second penalty for a collision with Park. Not exactly sure what happened there, but Tesla's Tornado gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. So again, not exactly sure what's going on here. It looks like Parks is heading into pit lane for some wing damage. We're back under green flag as Great Ape has pulled on the throttle. He's opened up a 1.3 second gap between Saad and J-Will here in 3 and 4. So he caught everybody off guard towards the back. No battling going on here. Looks like Big Mama Frank and Saad Nayaz might battle it out a little bit. He's heading around Aintree down Wellington's. Oops, that's my controller. Where is it? I'm an idiot. Where did it go? There it is. Ah, man. Saad Nayaz is working his way. He is less than 3/10 off of the back of Big Mama Frank, and Big Mama Frank is 3/10, but Saad is getting really close here as we're heading through Maggotts and Beckett's. Gonna come around Chapel Curve, making our way down Hanger Straight. No DRS yet. Saad, no, Big Mama Frank side by side with Great Ape as we're heading into Still Corner. Is Great Ape going to be able to hang around the outside? Yes, he is. He's still there. Big Mama Frank peeking back to the inside did not make a move. Texas Tornado and J-Will battling it out back here. But J-Will decided to back off as Fitz-Tickwell. Cars Ben was able to get by Harris Platt. Potty set a fastest lap of a 1:29.9. So Cars Ben is up to P11 after restarting P13. We got Potty here peeking all over the back of the Haas of J Supreme as we're making our way through turns 3 into turn 4. It's now going to take us around Aintree down Wellington Straight, heading towards Brooklands. Potty is not close enough to make a move. So everybody's back within DRS range all the way down to P9. So this is going to be super helpful for everybody behind Grade 8. You know, for the defense. But here comes Sod. He's trying to close up that gap again, right on the back of Big Mama Frank, heading into Cop's Corner. Now we're going to get ready to go through Maggots and Beckett. J Supreme's all over the gearbox of Fitz Dickwell in front of him here in the Alpine. So we're going to head down Chapel Curve now. Is he going to get a run going towards Stowe Corner? Does not look like he got a great enough exit, but Potty has gotten a better exit than he has. Not close enough to make a move into Stowe Corner. Cars Ben works his way around the outside of Deathstorm. In Stowe Corner, looked like he was clear going into Vale. Now we're coming around Club. The Cars Ben's got quite a bit of work to do to be able to catch back up to this DRS train in front of him. DRS is activated this time by. So here we go, Sod Naiads. MP3 trying to stay on the gearbox of Big Mama Frank. Making our way around Aintree, getting ready to head down Wellington Straight. Everybody's got DRS. It looks like Fitz Dickwell did not, potentially, as he's heading into Brooklyn, but he's got J Supreme closing up onto the back of him here. Not close enough to make a move. Coming through Luffield now, heading towards Woodcote. Now the old start-finish straight here at Silverstone. Fitz Dickwell trying to close that gap back up to stay within DRS range. He's 1 second off exactly. He needs to hit it before this detection point in Maggots and Beckett. He is not going to be able to keep it. J Supreme and Fitz Dickwell are all battling side by side. And nobody was able to make a move. Is J Supreme going to be able to pull up? Sod Naiads is looking on the attack right on the back of Big Mama Frank. Now he's down to the inside as we're heading through Stowe Corner. No wheel banging there. Making our way down into Vale. Big Mama Frank's going to try and pinch him a little bit wide. And they're still side by side. There's definitely some wheel banging around Vale. Coming into Club, heading down the start-finish straight. Complete lap 6 of 26. Potty all over the gearbox of J Will. Hopefully looking to make a move at some point here. He's trying to work his way through the field. Fitz Dickwell has lost a lot of time on Texas Tornado here. Texas Tornado is kept with the front four. Heading down Wellington Straight. Anybody going to make a move? Sod Naiads closing up. He is not close enough. Fall back down here. Potty's trying to peek into the inside through Brooklyn. Decides to back out, heading into Luffield. Now we're going to make our way around Luffield, heading towards Woodcote. Gonna put us down the Old Star Fitness Straight here at Silverstone, heading towards Cop's Corner. Potty trying to close that gap. He wants to close it before the detection point in Maggots and Beckett. Really close all over the gearbox of J Will. Coming around Chapel Curve. Opens up the DRS. Is he going to be close enough to make a move? He is not. He's going to have to hold off a little bit longer. Cars Ben has found himself into the top 10. Now in the picture on J Knowles here. Not a lot of movement going on right now. Everybody's got DRS. We're all battling. Through turn 1. Working our way to turn 3. Still single file. Big Mama Frank gonna get a run out of Aintree, heading down Wellington Street. He's got the DRS advantage. Is he gonna get close enough? No, he's not. We're going through Brooklands. He stays right behind, following him. Sod Naiads is closed up 0.3 of a second right off the back. Texas Tornado is just minding his own business behind. Hoping these guys in front make a mistake. Back to J Supreme, 2.2 seconds off. He's got Fitz looking down. You got side-by-side action between J-Will and J Knowles is now going to peek his way in. J-Will goes off the circuit. Probably going to get track limit warning for that one. Back up to the front. Heading down Hanger Straight. Big Mama Frank's got the DRS. Is he going to be close enough? He goes down to the inside and stow. Does not get to the inside. He just backs out. Wants to stay behind for another lap. Fitz Dickwell, now Potty has joined the picture here. He's battling side by side with Fitz into Vale. Coming around Vale going through Club. Rounding out turn 18 to complete lap 8 of 26. Comes across the line all the way up to P5. Got a lot of work to do to catch up to the back of Texas Tornado here if he wants any potential to win this Grand Prix. J Knowles has fallen out of DRS range here on Fitz Dickwell. So it's just between Potty and Fitz. Big Mama Frank's got DRS heading down Wellington Straight. Not close enough to make a move into Brooklyn. He's going to follow along for another lap. These top three are on hard tires. I think Texas Tornado is as well. Yes, he is. Side-by-side action between J Knowles and J Will. Heading through left field. That allowed J Supreme to peek to the inside. He's able to complete the move. Now we're making our way towards Cops Corner. Are these guys going to stick side by side? We learned our lesson with Lewis and Max. Is anybody going to go? Nope. Potty gets the 3-second time penalty. Looks like J Knowles does as well. Cards Ben moves up to P8. You got J Will all over the gearbox of Cards Ben. And it looks like Great Ape has lost the lead to Big Mama Frank. Big Mama Frank wanted that lead now. He wants to be able to get the advantage here. And Deathstorm, come on, man. Got to resurrect your career. Went around to Magus and Beckett's Chapel Curve. We got some action going on. It looks like Fitz Dickwell has lost some speed. And he's falling off the back of the grid here. Back up to the front here. Sod Naiad trying to battle with Great Ape. Making our way around Aintree, heading down towards Brooklyn. And Texas Tornado is just chilling back here in P4. Doesn't want to get involved in any conflict. Going through Brooklyn's into left field now as the leaders go. Following along with Cards Ben, he's working his way back through the field. Gained 6th position since the restart on lap 4. Coming around left field, heading down through Woodcote. Trying to get closer to J Knowles as we're heading into Cops Corner. Not close enough. Magus and Beckett's now. We're going to have a battle up in the front. I'm going to keep an eye on those intervals. And it looks like it is coming down real quick between Sod. Sod's going to dive down to the inside of Great Ape. He makes the move, but he goes a little wide. And Great Ape is now going to jump back to the inside, outside. Into Vale, side by side through Vale, now Club. Oh no, I don't know if he pinched him off maybe or not. That cost him a lot of time. Texas Tornado took advantage of that. He moves up to P3 here. Cards Ben's looking all over the gearbox J Knowles. Heading into turn 3. Is he going to make a move down Wellington Straight or is he going to wait? Deathstorm, 3-second time penalty. Not good for him, man. Gotta find some pace. Gotta pull himself back within the picture. Big Mama Frank has pulled a gap on Sod here for P2. 1.7 seconds separates the two leaders. You got Great Ape and Texas Tornado duking it out up towards the front for the final podium position. Anybody gonna make a move as we're heading through Magus and Beckett, heading towards Chapel Curve. It looks like Great Ape is now on the gearbox. Got that DRS flap open, goes to the outside. On the medium tires, you wonder if they're starting to die. But they have not, because he's now taken back over P3 again. Courage Ben was able to get by J Knowles well before the Stowe corner. Like I said at the beginning of the race, the driver to watch out for is Courage Ben. He usually has a lot of pace at this point in the race. Both the Haas drivers here right behind Courage Ben. They're not happy they got passed by the Ferrari using the same power unit. Here we go, Texas Tornado. He's all over the gearbox of Great Ape. Saad is starting to close the gap up to Big Mama Frank. He's getting about 3/10 on him. As we're going through Woodcote. Making our way down to Cop's Corner. Testis is going to get the DRS, but he's probably not close enough to make a move into Stowe. No, he is not. He's going to follow along in P4. How long will these guys go on these tires before they start to pit? I'm not exactly sure. But Great Ape is the only driver here up in the front. And no, Big Mama Frank has lost it. Coming around turn 18. And he has gone into the wall. That has ended his race. Oh, Big Mama Frank was having a great race. And he has decided he wanted to dig himself a grave that he can't pull himself out of here in the Mercedes. Oh man, that is very unfortunate for him. That's going to end his Grand Prix. He's passed away. We got a couple guys took advantage of that. Nobody was speeding into pit lane. Super unfortunate for Big Mama Frank on the exit of turn 18. He looked like he went to the outside wall. So that really must have hurt. I'll get in touch with his medical team at some point. But I'm focused now on how this Grand Prix... Wow, that was a big hiccup. Woo! Sloppy Joes and a salad will do that for you folks. Oh boy. I'm sure Big Mama Frank is not happy with that. Let's see if he's gone into the Discord and said anything. No, he is not. It's actually pretty quiet here. McLaren drivers haven't said anything either, so seems like everybody's okay at the moment. I don't know exactly though. There's got to be some tension in that McLaren garage. Great Ape got a 5-second speeding penalty. Did not hit the limit before he crossed that line into pit entry. Alright, let's sneeze. Woo! So some new tires coming on these cars. Wow. How did Cars Ben gain so many positions here in pit lane? Astonishing. We're under safety car again here on lap 14. Big Mama Frank has terminated his vehicle on the exit of club in the outside wall. Very unfortunate, as he was the race leader at the time, and I'm sure we were coming up onto some pit stops. I was very interested as how that was going to go, but now we are definitely under safety car. Almost, or everybody has bought for new tires. So just waiting for the remainder of the grid to catch up, and we will be back under green flag. Back with you in a moment, folks. Still under safety car here, lap 15 of 26. We're going to have about 11 laps to go when we get back on the green flag here in the AM2 round 12. Contest to speed at Silverstone. Your P3 of Orlando and Chewy, the two McLarens, got into it on lap 1. That was the first safety car of the Grand Prix. And then Big Mama Frank just crashed out coming on the exit of club, turn 18, in the outside wall. So now we are under safety car. Everybody has bought for some new tires. That's what we're looking at for tires at the moment. Waiting for us to come around to get back on the green flag. Heading through Woodcote as we speak, working our way down into Cops Corner. Safety car is in this lap. Sod and I as your leader on the mediums. With Grade Ape and Potty, P2 and 3. Grade Ape has a 5-second speeding penalty into pit lane. He could have done some damage potentially if he went to remove it, but now he's got to be able to pull a 5-second gap on the cars behind him for the final 11 laps. And it looks like Sod has really taken off early here on the exit of Stowe, coming through club now. And it doesn't look like he really caught anybody off guard. I mean, everybody looks to be, you know, in form here on that restart. Jay Supreme lost some time, and so hasn't Jay Knowles. Nothing going on here with the leaders, but taking a peek back at Fitz Dickwell all over the gearbox of Jay Knowles. Is anybody getting a good run out of turn 4? Doesn't look like anybody's got a great run, but Fitz is all over the gearbox of the Haas in front of him of Jay Knowles. Gonna peek down to the inside into Brooklyn. Able to hold it around the inside and decides to back out as we're coming through left field. Now they're on the exit of left field. Fitz wanted to hold that outside line, but he was not able to make that one stick either. Back up to the front. These guys are all within a half a second of each other. Texas Tornado with the 3-second time penalty. Very unfortunate for him. He got it in Cops. It's a very tough corner. Now we're heading through Maggis and Beckett's. Cars Ben up in P4. P3 at the moment with time penalty. Potty all over the gearbox at Grade Ape. Is he going to be looking to make a move in Vale? He is not going to follow along through Vale into Club. Still extremely close to him. And the fastest lap was set by somebody, but J-Will gets a 3-second time penalty. Whoa, some little laggy going on here. Yeah, Potty's lagging pretty bad. He's gonna jump to the inside, side by side. Whoa, yeah, a lot of lag going on, and you got some contact! Contact! Oh no! And Texas Tornado gets involved. And we're under another virtual safety car, and it looks like a full-blown safety car once again. Oh man! And that is what lagging does to you. Very unfortunate for Potty. Under a safety car again here on lap 17 of 26. Might have some punches thrown here in pit lane after this race, folks. Been a very interesting Grand Prix. I think the McLarens, if I remember correctly, hold on, I'm getting a report. Yeah, Chewy and Orlando, I guess these guys were huffing and puffing at each other here in pit lane. They had to be separated by Mr. Brown, their, whoever he is. I don't know who he is. Potty has retired from the race. Not exactly sure why he decided to do that. Very unfortunate for him. A lot of people bought him for some new tires. What are we doing? We got some soft runners. Another medium for Death Storm. Gonna have 9 laps, maybe 10, 8 laps to go when we get back under green flag. We are under safety car again. There's a big collision between Potty, Great Ape, and then it just kind of collected a little bit more of the field. But yeah, I just don't know what to say about that. There's some lagging going on. Next thing you know, there's some spinning going on. So one more lap here under safety car, and we'll be back under green flag here at Silverstone. Very interesting race so far to this point. Saad Niaz is your race leader at the moment with Cars Ben, and then Jay Supreme is sitting P3 with Texas Tornado's time penalty here. Potty here retired from the Grand Prix in pit lane. He did not wreck out. He could have just put on a new wing, probably gone soft tires and made something work. But yeah. Welcome to the chat, Vanek. Sorry I do not comment on who's at fault for incidents here, as I'm just a commentator. I like to I try and keep an unbiased opinion, as I don't know, I enjoy it. You know, I'm here to commentate, enjoy watching the race, and hopefully put on a show for you guys. Not a lot of actions happened here at Silverstone tonight. Been a couple DRS trains, who's Vans? Is that Great Ape? But yeah, not a lot of action going on here. Sounds good, Vinet. It's pretty cool, you know, you tune in here to watch your son race. That's awesome. I think that's, you know, great support from you. I'm sure he enjoys having you here each and every week to watch him race. Definitely an unfortunate situation. Definitely could have been avoided. But we are about to go back to green flag here. Saad Nayaz is leading us down through Vale into club. Oh, and he gets rear-ended. Wow, that's not very good there, Saad. It looked like you were about to take off and then slow back down, man. Can't be doing stuff like that. But here we are. Cars Ben is all over the back now of Saad as we're heading into turn 3. Are these soft tires going to come into the picture? Is Great Ape going to find any movement here? 1.4 off of J Knowles. Looks like he might have gotten caught out, or something happened to him. J Supreme side by side with Texas Tornado goes around the outside through left field, heading down through Woodcote here, making our way towards Cops Corner. Is he gonna peek to the inside? No, he's not. He's gonna follow along. Gets a little loose. There's Texas Tornado getting a little loose. Got a little bit on the grass, but now 3 wide, heading towards Magus and Beckett. Side by side between. Oh, whoa! Fitztickwell managed to make a stick. Now here comes Harris Plett. Harris Plett just plows through Texas Tornado here. Texas Tornado is losing a lot of positions. He's also lost to J Knowles as well. And now here comes Great Ape. He's on the attack heading towards Stowe Corner. Texas Tornado battling side by side with J Knowles through Stowe Corner. And Texas is going to boss. He's got some wing damage. That explains a lot. Great Ape here. Now he's trying to catch back up to J Knowles here. He's looking to get himself back into podium position. He was running a wonderful race earlier. Absolutely, Vinex. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you know, these guys, it's not easy. It's fun racing. I race a lot myself. I do a lot of commentary work. So I'm I'm a pretty busy guy when it comes to, you know, Formula One sim racing. So, but yeah, these guys got a lot of skill. It takes a lot of focus. I've done a few endurance 100% races, and I tell you, staring at your screen for about 70 laps when you're racing those type of tracks, it can be tough. My longest race I've done this season was at Qatar, and man, I love that track so much. Fitztickwell all over the back of J Supreme here, trying to find his way onto the podium. But we got some movement going on here. J Knowles all over the gearbox. He's actually on the outside, trying to get around the outside of Harris Plett. Side by side, heading through Vale, down into club, and here comes Great Ape. Whoa! What a move! 3 wide. Oh no! Oh man! Wow! Great Ape just full on send into club. We went 3 wide through there. That was insanity. Great Ape is not holding back. He wants to get himself back on this podium here. He knows he had the pace for it. He even had the pace for a potential victory. Wow, what a send! Here comes Fitz. He's all over the gearbox of J Supreme. As we're heading through left field, now making our way down. As we're heading through cops now. We're now down Hanger Straight. Car's been 1.7 off of Sod. Looking like Sod might be able to get a victory here in Silverstone. I've yet to see him win a race. Doesn't seem Cars is able to keep up with if Cars is gonna have the pace to keep up with Sod. J Knowles, side by side with Great Ape. Both of them on soft tires. Texas Tornadoes, that's the fastest lap. Great Ape goes in slow, and he really got the pace out the apex. But now J Knowles is going to be able to hold it around the outside, but side by side down the old finish straight. Heading towards Cops Corner, still side by side. Space given, J Knowles goes a little wide, and that allows Great Ape to get through. Sorry, I'm not as talkative, folks. I didn't give a very good commentary stream, and I apologize for that. I am extremely tired today. Very long day. Hate standing on concrete. And here comes J Knowles back to the inside into Stowe. We are still battling side by side here, working our way down through Vale. Is Great Ape going to try and hold it? Maybe. No, he is not. Now we're coming through Club. This might be the chance for Great Ape to make a move on the last lap. If I was him, he still has the ERS advantage over J Knowles. I don't know if he's going to be able to catch up to J Supreme here. Ooh. But he wants to find his way up to Fitz to get P4. And here comes Great Ape, now pushing. He's trying to push all over the back of J Knowles. Car's been slowly gaining on Sod and Iaz here. Potentially going to have a battle. We got some overcast weather. Is rain going to start coming down over the course of the next final few laps? Harris Pletz with a 3-second time penalty for track limits. J Supreme. Oh, and here comes Great Ape, well before the entrance to Stowe. He is overtaking P5 once again. We're about to start the penultimate lap here as Sod crosses the line, 1.3 ahead. Cars Ben needs to do some work. Let's look at the telemetry here. Sod has less than Cars, but Cars does not have very much himself. J Knowles and, oh my, J Knowles and Great Ape are just duking it out between each other back here. Great Ape is under, and so isn't J Knowles. Let's see. Following along here as we're heading through Aintree. Fitz Dickwell still within a half a second of J Supreme in front of him. Great Ape is not close enough to make a move. He's gonna wait until that hangar straight, and Cars Ben has lost 3/10. So Cars Ben really got to find some pace here on the final few laps if he even wants a chance at contend for the win. Soft tires can last about 11-12 laps around here before you really get a significant fall off. And Fitz is able to get by J Supreme through the inside into Stowe Corner, making our way down into Vale. Yeah, so soft tires can last pretty long. There is a serious tire degradation, but you can make a medium to soft strategy work. It's just you gotta maintain your consistency every single lap if you want that to happen. But I have seen it. I've also done it myself. I've even gone 15 laps on mediums and then done like 11 laps on softs. So it's definitely a doable strategy. You just have to make it work. J Supreme battling with Fitz Dickwell here. Is Fitz going to force J Supreme to commit a penalty? I'm not exactly sure. Man. This is really the only two battles between Fitz and J Supreme and J Knowles and Grade 8. And J Supreme gets around Fitz around the outside into Stowe Corner. Here comes Great Ape side by side with J Knowles. As we're heading back down into Club, Sod Nyad crosses the line in P1. And what is going on with Mr. Great Ape? I think he might have had a rear lock in there. And he is going to fall off and just roll across the line. So, not exactly sure if he just wanted to give that to him or what. That's very strange. But here we have it, folks. Not exactly sure what you're talking about, J Supreme. I was following along with the leaders here. Oh, you're talking about Sod? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. It looked like he might have taken off and then potentially slowed back down. I didn't have the telemetry open for that. I only had it open for the final few laps. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened there. So here you have it, folks. You got Sod, Cars, J Supreme is your podium finishers. Let's get them here in the Discord chat. Alright, you got Sod, P1, Cars Ben, P2, J Supreme, 3, Fitz, 4, J Knowles, 5th, Great Ape, 6th, Deathstorm, 7th, Harris Plus, 8th, Parks, 9th, Texas Tornado, 10th, J Will, 11th, Potty, 12th, Big Mama Frank, 13th, Chewy, 14th, and Orlando was 15th. That is your Grand Prix here at Silverstone. I am working on getting everybody here into the commentary booth, and then we will do a quick interview, see what everybody thinks. Williams, Ferrari, and Haas were all your podium finishers. Give me 1 second, J Supreme here. I'm just going to pull up the stream to make sure I can hear you on my end. Alright, can you hear me, Supreme?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let me see if I can turn up the volume here in the chat. Is there? No, there's not a voice chat volume. That's weird. That's so weird. I hate this game. Or, I hate trying to do this. Sound. Alright, hold on. You know what I can do? Actually, I think this will work. Go in here. Alright, we know if Saad's gonna join. Does anybody know if Saad is gonna join?
I'm down.
Alright, well, don't see him joining. So we'll start with you, Supreme. Yeah, great race by you, man. You got P3 here at Silverstone. What was kind of your strategy going into this race? I mean, it's a circuit that has two DRS zones, with Hangar Straight being the strongest one before Stowe Corner. So I know you weren't within range on Cars Bend, but what was kind of your strategy to make sure you were able to get yourself a podium tonight?
Well, really, I just try to finish the race, man. I really didn't think I was gonna finish on podium because I didn't have a lot of pace tonight. But I got lucky. I even finished the race after that restart.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened on that restart. It just looked like he might have gone and then slowed back down, and then went again, which, that's kind of against Formula One rules. Once you go, you go. You don't slow back down. So, it is what it is. Obviously, stewards have more of a say in everything than I do. I'm just here to commentate for you all. But you got yourself a podium tonight. Did you run into really any issues coming through the field, throughout the entire race?
Not really, man. I really just got lucky with all the safety cars, and I guess kind of with my tire strategy, it just kind of worked out. I figured I would finish fifth or something like that, and then after that last safety car, I kind of just put me in third, you know. So I knew there was a few penalties and stuff like that around me, so I was just trying, like I said, I was just trying to finish the race and finish no penalties.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I just wasn't too happy with the pace, so I'm pretty happy with the results.
Absolutely. And the biggest thing is to keep it clean and just put your car in the right position at the right times, and you'll end up on podium. So again, congratulations to that third place finish, and enjoy it.
Thank you.
All right, folks, that was Jay Supreme with your third place finish here in the Haas at Silverstone. We are now moving on to Cars Ben in the Ferrari. Um, Cars, I mean, it didn't look like you had really, strong qualifying pace, but you started to make some moves throughout the race, and then a little incident put you all the way in the back again, and now you find yourself in P2. Um, what did you have to do as a driver to put yourself in the right position to end up on that podium?
Um, I definitely think it was it was super chaotic. I mean, so, I don't know. I just yeah, very chaotic from lights to flag. I guess I just had to drive really cautious. Sometimes I took a couple of lucky opportunities, but otherwise most of the time it was just people bowling themselves out of my way, which was just crazy. I mean, I can't even. People really need to get their heads screwed on straight. Is all I'll say. The last safety car restart was completely unacceptable by every margin. Um, I know Supreme saw it. It ruined Tornado's race. Um, I don't know. It was completely not okay for a league race in any way, and it's symbolic of the first lap incidents between the McLarens, and it's symbolic of the fact that Potty and Abe were bowling each other out of the way, right? Like, I the me and Supreme, we're probably not the quickest people on pace. Maybe Supreme and I could agree on that, right? We're always qualifying in the same spot, but we always end up on the podium. I wonder why, because nobody can keep their car pointed in the right direction for 26 laps and put it together. Um, so yeah, just patience is what I guess would be the key to getting through the field like that. Um, Especially patience, knowing that these fools are going to bowl themselves out of the way. So yeah, and I definitely feel like I'm going to finish first because what I saw couldn't have been okay in any sort of racing setting. It wouldn't be okay in karting. So whatever. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. You made a lot of great points there. I'm not exactly sure what happened to the McLarens in front of you. Can you kind of walk us through that? So it looked like Orlando might have gotten loose and, went off track and then came back across and took his teammate with him. I'm not exactly sure
I
what
didn't
happened.
really see that. I just saw a car veer from the left side about halfway off the road in the grass straight into another McLaren that was on the road, and all I know is that took me out. I can't. I'd have to look at when I get back and sit down with the footage, because I'm obviously gonna have to write a report for that, because you can't just fucking, I don't know, come halfway across the track and take somebody out. So I'd have to look at the footage, but I just know that people couldn't have had their heads screwed on straight. They clearly had to have been doing something absolutely lunatical. I just don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations on your P2, potentially P1. We'll see how the stewards play out. Yeah, that's definitely, a move that shouldn't be made. When you start and you go full throttle on a restart, you start the race. You don't slow back down. So we'll see what the stewards have to say about that. But in the meantime, congratulations on your provisional P2, and we'll see, what happens in the future here heading into next week. You guys will be racing at, once I can pull up the calendar here. Oops, that's socials. You will all be at Las Vegas. So Las Vegas is going to be a very tricky circuit. Highly recommend, some practice for everybody. Not a lot of space to really make a lot of moves. Corners are tight, track is slippery, grip isn't there. A lot of rear locking will happen. I've already raced this track once before. We did a qualifying sprint and then Grand Prix, and I was miserable the entire time. So, yeah, I mean, this is Contest of Speed AM2 round 12 here at Silverstone. EU2 will be racing at 4 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow at Silverstone, and then AM1 tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time at same track, Silverstone. This is the Johnny Damon. I hope you all have a great night, and I look forward to seeing you all next week.